Clean, clean, clean.
That quarantine fresh
quarantine cut. That boy got the blonde and the blue.
Alright, it's quarantine. You know all the barbershops are locked down.
Closed.
All heroes don't wear capes. We got my barber here, Chris.
We wear Led Zeppelin shirts and Vans.
He's gonna cut my hair. It's been rough. I dyed it, bleached it. I had too much fun during all this free time.
He has some sort of waves. We'll see if we can get those to come out a little bit. Ooh. I know you haven't been wearing your do-rag.
No, I haven't. I haven't been brushing or nothing. I don't have no brush. I have the
We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. We're gonna do a high skin fade. I'm gonna show you guys how to do a skin fade for everybody that's at home. I will do a quick tutorial. It's pretty easy. You're probably gonna fuck up the first time, but it's alright. You got used to it.
Professional over here. Where'd you get this from?
Fucking Amazon. Amazon got everything. Alright, so since Ferris is going with the high fade, what you want to do is, first of all, you want to have clippers with a little adjustable lever right here on the side. If you don't have this adjustable lever, you're not going to be able to fade, so make sure you guys get one with that. You're going to need a brush, because Ferris has curly hair, so you could use a comb if you want, but a brush is going to really like brush all those little hairs a little bit better. So make sure you brush all of his hair, your hair, whoever's hair you're cutting. Make sure you're brushing it pretty well, because if not, you're gonna fuck up your haircut. Even if you have long hair, try to comb it, try to brush it so that it's as straight as possible, because you don't want to be cutting through like knots and shit. He told me he's getting a 2. I like to start with the 2 open, so that way it just takes off a little bit more bulk, especially up here.
What's the 2 open?
Huh?
What does that mean, 2 open?
Open means when you have the lever and you put it all the way down, because if you see, you have two levels of teeth. Oh shit, my fault. You have 2 levels of teeth, so when you open it, you see it adjusts. One, it goes down and then it comes. Let me see. I don't know if you can see that. The lever goes up and down. There you can see it right there. So open. Whenever I say open, it means that it's all the way up. So again, you do the open so that even though he's getting a 2, this is gonna help me blend the top part since he's getting a high fade. When you do this part, you're gonna see that when you're doing the fade, you're gonna have to do a lot of flicking motions. Right now, you don't have to flick too much just because you're lowering the hair. And whenever you lower the hair, like, the flicking motion doesn't matter too much. It's more with the fade that you have to learn that flick. So work around the crown. You already seen changes?
I already see changes. It feels good.
So now you close it. So now it's gonna be the two flat. It's nice and closed. And then I'm just gonna go right under that line that I just made. And then just debulk all of this area. This is all it's doing. I'm just debulking right now so that I can save some time later when I'm working on the fade. I'm also not a licensed barber, so every barber has a different method. Even licensed barbers, amateur barbers, everybody has a different method. They like starting differently. Whenever I'm doing high fades, I like to start with the top and make my way down. We'll start from the top and then just go back down and then make my way back up. But a lot of people always start from the bottom. On high fades, it's just my preference to debulk everything that I'm working with first and then make my way up on the fade. You're also gonna need a trimmer. You're gonna need 2 machines. This is my Andes trimmer. This isn't a hair, this is just like a piece of like brush that got stuck on there. So I don't want y'all thinking that I got a hair stuck in my... A trimmer is gonna help you with the edge. Whenever you're doing the shape up, you're gonna need nice, sharp, low teeth like this. Because if you don't, you saw it the first time. If you try doing the edge with the clippers, it's not gonna be sharp. It's gonna look like you got a haircut at a salon. You don't want that. Alright, so we're gonna do the guideline for the skin fade. This is where the line is gonna be essentially. And since he's doing a high fade, I start right around mid. And then this is gonna be the level of the skin fade. And as you can see, I'm not going straight across because that's gonna give you a kind of a weird, the fade will still look clean, but it's gonna look a little bit weirder because of the shape of the head. So I like to kind of go with like the occipital bone a little bit. Make your way around the crown. Just like that. And then now you're just gonna clean all of this up, shave it all off. All right, so now you're gonna get the one guard. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna open it up, and then you're gonna start your second guideline. And just debulk all of that area right over. You're probably gonna go around half an inch. I would go around half an inch because you're gonna come back with the 2 and then debulk all of this area with using a different method. So then once you do all of this, just go all around the scalp again. And right now you're not really doing any flicking motions. You're kind of just trimming it, just going up and down, letting the clippers do the job. Ferris had just asked me if it matters what clippers you guys use. Yes and no. As long as you guys have one with a lever, adjustable lever, that will help you guys to fade. If you're not going for a fade, you can use anything. You can probably just cut your hair with scissors, to be honest. If you're not getting a fade, like, just don't even cut your hair, just grow it out. But this is like anything else. It has its justifications. If you want to start vlogging, obviously the best cameras cost more money, but you can start with your iPhone camera, whatever you have, your Nokia, whatever the hell you have, you can start with. But as long as you guys have this little lever, you're gonna be able to fade. So just make sure that your clippers have this. And I would recommend having a trimmer as well, so that your lines can be straight. Because if not, if you try doing an edge with this, it's not gonna come out. Once you did the one guard open, you're gonna do it closed, and then I'll make another line. I'll just do it like this. So you're gonna do the one guard, and you're just gonna go kind of right on top of that line of the skin, where the skin fade is gonna be. And then now you're gonna be doing like a light flicking motion, nothing too crazy, but you're also not just going straight up. Because since now we're incorporating the fade, you kind of want to do light flicks, nothing too crazy because the hair is still kind of long. But once you see that we start blending this line out, you're gonna be doing kind of heavy flicking. So if you guys haven't got the flick of the wrist down, you guys are gonna be fucking up.
Look at the flick of the wrist.
And it's alright to fuck up. I fucked up so many times when I first started. But that's what it is, it's practice. I would recommend starting off with like a blowout. And then that way if you fuck up, like you're not doing anything too crazy. But at the end of the day, it's just hair. Like give it 4 or 5 days, your fade is gonna, like even if you fuck up, your fade is gonna disappear. And it's gonna be kind of like mine. You see like, actually no, I fucking cut my hair last week, but you guys know what I'm trying to say. Give it a couple days, the fade's gonna go away, try it again. Like we're quarantining anyway, so you have nobody to impress. All right, so now you're gonna come back with a 2 guard. And then we're just gonna get all of those areas again that we started with, because now that we see where the fade is gonna be, you can kind of go back and retouch all those hairs that we did in the beginning, just to make sure that when you fade it all out, it's gonna be good. And then follow that up with preferably the 1.5 guard. If you're like me, I don't have a 1.5 guard, so you could just use the taper guard, which is, you see it has a little slant to it. The very left, well my left, your right probably, this is gonna be the 1.5, more or less, because this is a little bit shorter than the 2 and then obviously bigger than the 1 guard. So you're gonna use just these 2 clips to be fading. You're not gonna be using the whole thing. If you do have a 1.5 guard, perfect. It's gonna be just like using a 1 or a 2, you're just gonna be doing the flick of the wrist. In this case, since I don't have it, I'm gonna have to just work with this corner. So instead of going straight up, I'm gonna do it at an angle. And this is gonna be, I'm gonna open it kind of like halfway. This is gonna be just to help with that fade once again. And just debulk all of the area in the top. Because again, since you're doing a high fade, you want to debulk all of this right here. If you're doing a mid drop, you're not gonna go too high. Blowouts, obviously the skin fade is here. A mid drop fade drops a lot lower. And then high fades are higher. It's kind of self-explanatory. Okay, make your taper line, your skin line, wherever you want the fade to start. And then just work with all the hair right around the scalp. The main part, this is where if your client or if you have waves or something, whenever you cut off the top, you don't want to go against the grain, because if you do this, you're gonna fuck up all the waves. You're gonna fuck up the haircut really bad, especially if you already have pre-existing waves. Your
clients will get very mad at you.
Yeah, they'll get very mad. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go, I guess it's with the grain. You're gonna go this way. I don't know the proper word, but you're just gonna go down this way. And this way, whenever you cut, you're gonna keep the waves, but you're also obviously trimming the hair down. So you're gonna do it with the one guard open. And then if you see if it's too high, just close the guard, go halfway, go a little bit lower if you want. But obviously, when you go down, when you're going with the grain, it's not as low as the guard actually is, as opposed to when you go the other side. Comb the hair too when you're going against it, so you can make sure you get little fibers, because once you go over them, they tend to like switch up and stuff. So always just comb it down so that the hair stays straight. As you can see, Ferris has been abandoning his waves, so they're coming out a little bit, but
I haven't brushed in I don't know how long.
give him a couple days and you'll get his waves back.
I lost my brush and I just haven't bought a new one yet.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Alright, so now with this line, all I did was I cleaned this up a little bit because I was fading the other side and I noticed that his fade was a little too low, so I'm just bringing it up a little bit more. So I just cleaned this up with the one guard, and then you're gonna open it up, and then you're just gonna fade the one and the two. And then this, you see, now you're gonna do, don't hold it too tightly because you wanna be able to flick it. So just kinda let it rest in your palm, because you're gonna be flicking it up and down like that. And just flick right at that line that we made with the two. Different angles too, you're not always just gonna flick it straight up. Like flick different angles depending on how the hair grows, you see different sides. And really just work with it. Because if you all, like, hair grows in all different directions, so you can't just rely on just going straight up. You're gonna have to do different angles and stuff, all in the same flicking motion too. See, right now I'm working with the corner of the clip, and I'm just flicking it all out. Alright, so now we're gonna blur this out. What you're gonna do is you're gonna get the 0 closed. They're closed. And you're just gonna do a nice little line, flicking not too high. This isn't to erase the whole line, but it's gonna help with your fade because you're kind of debulking that area with the one. So just follow that line through, lightly flicking to debulk that area, because it'll help with the fade a lot. And now that you debulk it, open it all the way. And the same thing, just flick it out. Different angles too. I like to, whenever I do my fade, I like working with the corners of the clips. Because hair isn't that straight. Even if you have straight hair, hair still grows in different directions, kind of. So, make sure that you're flicking different directions. And then what you're gonna see me doing is adjusting the little lever too. Because you're gonna have to do like sometimes halfway open, fully closed, fully open. So this all depends on the hair and just the fade as well, you know, so you're gonna have to work with that. See, like right now, this little area right here, I'm gonna close it, fade that part out. Open it like halfway. See, it's already starting to fade out. Alright, so now what you're gonna do, you're gonna need the half guard. This is the guard that's smaller than a 1. It's the 1/16th, but it's also the half guard. What you're gonna do is just cut with the guard open. And just go over that line again just to help the fade out. And just go over that area again. You don't want to go too high because you don't want to cut the one line. This is just to help with the fade that's on the bottom. Just with that blur that's on the bottom. That's the moment you guys all been waiting for. We're gonna do the shape up. Look over there real quick. You see, faded that all out. Took off some bulk that was up here. And then we're just gonna shape it all up, and then we're gonna show you the finishing touches.
Shave all the beard off.
Look how satisfying this is gonna be. Here, look this way. Gone. I love doing that shit.
I looked homeless before. Now I look clean, fresh. Every guy has a sensitive spot. Somewhere in your face, you will have a sensitive spot that makes you tickle. And you don't want to tickle, you don't want to laugh like in front of the barber and everybody else, but you're gonna laugh.
You're cheesing. He's shaking right now, trying to hold back that laughter. Alright, so for the edge, I mean, I don't really have to explain it, but you're just gonna do a straight line. As you can see, Ferris has definitely abandoned his waves. We'll work something out. We'll work something out right after I do this edge. So what you're gonna do, find the very front of it. A lot of people have widow's peak. I like when they have widow's peak because you can kind of see a guideline. So then just set your first marker right in the beginning. I like to start in the middle actually. Not that I like to start, just fucking start in the middle. It's gonna save you a lot of time. And it's gonna make sure your line comes out a little bit crispier. And then that way, just straight line right over here. It's not rocket science. It'll probably be hard to see because the front of Ferris' hair is like a very faint blue. It's almost like blonde, kind of.
He gets bleached.
Yeah, this part doesn't really need explanation, but yeah, just follow that line. Whenever you do the side, put it at an angle. Don't do it straight down. You could do it after you clean it up, but do this at an angle just so you can really get those hairs. And you also don't want to do it like this because you're not going to be able to see where you're cutting. It's okay if you don't see if it's like perfect with the trimmer, because you're going to touch it up with the straight edge, and that's what's going to really make it pop out. And then just get that corner right there. Since it's skinned, you don't have to really do the arc because all of this is skinned and you can't really see anything anyway. So now we're gonna shape it up with a straight edge. Get a brand new razor. If you guys don't have a straight blade, you could use like a regular beard cutting blade, but it's not gonna be too precise, too perfect. I recommend getting a straight edge. It takes a little bit of practice. You can practice without the blade in it first, and then just wet your face. And then kind of just go over it with water until you get like a hang of it. Because this shit is really sharp and like it's easy to cut people with it.
Don't cut me, please.
I won't cut you. So you're pretty much just gonna follow the lines that you made with the trimmer to make a really nice crispy line, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about essentially. It's a nice crispy fade.
Looking all cleaned up.
So this is like a moisturizer shaving cream. I'm just gonna put a little bit on his head, just because his skin is a little dry. So you just wanna like put a little moisturizer on it. And since it's like a shaving cream, it's meant for the hair. It does really good. I bet you it feels really nice right now.
Whoa, pause. That was
Not the application, the actual fucking sauce.
It does feel good.
It's a secret sauce. I'm not gonna show you guys what it is because then you're gonna steal all my clients, you know what I'm saying? This is magic right here. This is what makes people come back. Not secret to my clients, but secret to all the viewers, you feel me? Because you can clearly see the bottle right now, but... God damn, this shit... Fuck! Give me a second, guys.
You can't open up your special ingredient.
But I'm gonna have to like pry this shit open. God damn, why is this so stuck?
You better break that shit open. Oh.
There we go, got it. This right here looks disgusting. It looks like boogers. But this is gonna help those waves.
I'm gonna start.
He's gonna start again. So you apply it on the head, like so. He's gonna have them 180 waves soon, watch. By the time I cut his hair again, he's gonna have them 180 waves, trust. It's all a process, it's all a process. You know, the aftercare is just as important as the actual haircut. If you're not caring for your hair right after the haircut, what are you doing? You feel me? Oof. And one more. This is what everybody loves. This right here. This I can show you guys because this ain't a secret. This is that barbershop smell. I only use this shit, it's alcohol, but I just use it because it smells good. I can use any alcohol. You can use any alcohol you want. But this smells like a barbershop, so you have to buy this one. If you don't buy it, don't even cut your hair, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I felt like beer. I was like, is that beer?
Nah.
Woo, shit is cold.
That's that point, boy. And then with that moisturizer, that's what's making it nice and cold and breezy. This is the final result. Clean, clean, clean.
That quarantine fresh
Quarantine cut. That boy got the blonde and the blue. Look at that. Looking like Shark Boy. Looking clean, boy. See the blurry fades, blurry fades. The blurrier the better, baby. You good to go.
Oh my god, you're insane.
Yo, make sure you follow him on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat.
You don't have to, but you heard it here, so you know, might as well follow the orders, baby. No, don't. I need a haircut.
I think that's rule number 1. Don't trust your barber that needs a haircut.
No, you're supposed to trust your barber. If he doesn't have a haircut, that means he about to bless you, because he hasn't blessed himself yet.
Like, comment, subscribe.